The most effective means of controlling and reducing teen sexual activity is about to undergo one of the biggest financial hits that it's ever seen. The Obama administration wants to cut all funding for abstinence education based on false research and based on other political ideals. Why do they want to do this? Why do they want to cut the only funding for these types of programs that are proven to work? Well, the answer is complicated, but mostly it's political. Republicans support abstinence-only education, and to counteract their support, even in the light of science, others will attack it. I've talked over the last few talks about, or I've spoken over the last few talks about the problem of teen sexual activity and the rise of it. I've talked about some of the serious consequences. I've debunked myths about teen sexual activity. Today I'm going to present the facts, simple and effectively. You'll understand exactly why abstinence education works. The facts are there, the studies are there, the scientific studies, the ongoing studies. Then I'm going to talk about what needs to be done by us, the citizenry. What do we need to do to increase this funding, to better implement abstinence-only education? Here are the 5 sources that I want to quote. And I found several more, but these were some of the ones that I wanted to highlight. A 1997 study published in the Journal of American Medical Association examined a large national sample of teenagers in the 7th through 12th grades in an abstinence program. Based on the analysis, the authors found that the level of sexual activity among students who had taken a formal pledge of virginity, they said the following, and I quote, "Adolescents who reported having taken a pledge to remain a virgin were at a significantly lower risk of early age of sexual debut." Another study, published in 2005, in the American Journal of Health Behavior, evaluated the 4 Keeps program, which is one of the many abstinence-based programs. Their study found, using several urban and some suburban schools, that those youth who engaged in any sexual behavior during the follow-up period of the study, that's who they did the study on. Some of whom participated in the 4 Keeps. Many of those who were in the study did not participate in it. And those who were in the 4 Keeps program reported a reduction in the amount of casual sex, as evidenced by fewer episodes of sex and fewer sexual partners. Furthermore, another study published in 1998 evaluated a 2-day abstinence-based HIV risk reduction course. The program was delivered through some 200 African Americans in the city of Philadelphia, and it found the following. During the 3-month follow-up, students in the abstinence program were less likely to report having engaged in recent sexual activity compared with students in the control group. Another study in 2006, published in the Journal of School Health, evaluated the Sex Can Wait program. This program found that 18 months after the program was initiated, upper elementary students who participated in it were less likely than non-participants to report engaging in recent sexual activity. The final study that I'm going to quote was published in 2005 in Adolescent and Family magazine. Junior and middle high school girls who participated in a program called Best Friends, which is an abstinence-based program, compared to their peers who did not participate, reported in the following information. Nearly 6.5 times, those who participated were nearly 6.5 times more likely to remain sexually abstinent. Those who participated were nearly 2 times more likely to abstain from drinking alcohol as a teen. Those who participated were 8 times more likely to abstain from drug use, and were over 2 times more unlikely to refrain from smoking. Now these courses and these abstinence programs that I've quoted were comprehensive. They were not based on abstinence programs that are proven for failure. Let me talk about those. Let me talk about what we must do. And the first thing is to remove abstinence until marriage programs. That is a major failing of the Bush administration and a major failing of our previous funding. Abstinence until marriage programs are proven to not work. But what they do is they give fuel to the fire for those who attack abstinence teachings. First, we must remove those from all abstinence-based programs. Second, we must remove ethics choices in religion from our abstinence education systems. Those are inappropriate, and they do not contribute to the sexual education of our youth. They're moral, and many of the teens are very angst against receiving that type of religious and ethical instruction. First and foremost, parents must be involved. It is the responsibility of the parents to teach their youth about sexual education, to teach their youth the birds and the bees. They must instruct their youth. That being said, I would like to propose that funding should be given to programs that educate parents on how to speak properly with teens. Programs should be funded that teach parents the things that they need to do and to need to say in order to teach their kids. We need to get parents involved. We need to teach youth about the responsibilities involved with sexual conduct and sexual activity. We need to elect leaders in Congress who will pay attention to the facts and who will not ignore the scientific research that has been given and proven to show that abstinence education is far and away the only proven method to reduce teen sexual activity.